Some of the most spectacular stories have yet to be told as the Paralympic Games approach in the next few weeks. We were lucky enough to have two interviews, one with esteemed sled skier and with Chelsea Walker, director of Whistler Adaptive Sports Program.
I'm Chelsea Walker, Executive Director of the Whistler Adaptive Sports Program. We're a Centre for Excellence for sports and recreation for individuals of all abilities and disabilities.
I just want to let you know that it's very, I don't even know, it's just really awesome to be sitting with you for someone that's done so much about the movement. If you could wave a magic wand, what would you do in order to kind of promote or achieve a higher participation rate for Paralympic activity within Canada and within the greater international community?
It has a lot to do with funding. As long as we can maintain funding levels and bring them back a little bit more on par with our other athletes across this country, then more people will have the chance to get involved in sport and they'll be healthy overall, and overall the whole Paralympic movement is going to grow to the greatest level possible.
Now, tell us about some of the storylines we should look forward to with the 2010 Paralympic Games.
Oh, you're going to see it's amazing athletes out there, athletes from all over the world, but especially the Whistler-based athletes you're going to see are guys like Matt Hallett, who lost his leg to cancer at the age of 6 and has been able to persevere and become one of the best athletes in the world. He specifically moved to Whistler because the games were being hosted here, and after watching the Paralympic Games back in the late 80s, he's like, oh my God, I didn't realize Paralympics existed, and he knew he finally could become not an Olympian, but a Paralympian and potentially win a gold medal.
What is the importance of the Paralympic Games, not only for, you know, athletes that are, or para-athletes out there, but for regular athletes or regular Joe Schmoes or Joe Six-Packs watching on the couch?
Oh, well, the whole Paralympic movement is based on igniting the spirit of sport, and so if we can ignite that spirit of sport and inspire others to embrace the Paralympic movement and become more inclusive in their own lives and really look at people in a more positive way, even though they might be seated or they might have a disability that has left them without a limb, if they can sit there and go, wow, we're not looking at disability now, we're looking at complete ability. A friend of mine keeps saying, Paralympics are where heroes, not where heroes are made, but where heroes come to play.
If you had one wish, you know, for the Paralympic Games here in 2010 and, you know, with the upcoming Paralympic Games in Sochi in 4 years and the movement ahead, what would it be?
Well, right now we've already sold out the downhill and the closing ceremonies, but we could sell out every single event for this Games and create a huge demand. That would be the most beautiful thing.
So if we're trying to find out more or we want to get more information on the Adaptive Sports Program, where would we go?
www.whistleradaptive.com.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Alpine skiing, one, is a beautiful sport when it's done well. The thing that's interesting about disabled sport and able-bodied sport is that it really is about making a ski turn, and you have to put the weight and put the pressure on the ski in order to make it turn. So they really are, from the ski up, it's a really similar sport. The history of alpine skiing with the Paralympics is something that dates back to 1976. And at that point, it was just amputees and visually impaired athletes. Later on, the monoski was introduced, so letting people like me, people with spinal cord injuries, participate in the Paralympics.